Hello there, guys. How are we doing? So, as far as I'm aware, we are live. Let me just, this is very new to me to stream, you know, so you're going to have to bear with me there. Let me just double check that everything is going as planned. There should be something here. So, I'm just a little bit confused. Let me see where I'm at, because last time I did it through a webcam and I'm very confused now to see. Usually I would get up here. I was hoping to get up here, part of you guys here. So let me see. So we're up live. Okay, so it is live. So I've been very confused with getting there. I would like to see if we could get any chats going and stuff like that going. So let's see where we're at with it all. So my friends, let's talk about letting go. Let's talk about where we are on this journey. So I started this journey and this idea of letting go a long time ago. I started wanting to bring people into this idea of letting go. Okay, what I realized was that letting go is the essential component here on all of this. I don't care who you are, I don't care where you've been, what you're trying to create. Letting go is the only solution. Okay, and why that is because, and I say this with absolute love, I'm just going to go straight to public now. Okay, so I just want to get more and more people involved on this. Right, and we'll just save it. Let's go. So, I'm just double check. I've never done this before, guys, okay? Here we are. So we're here. I'm just never been live before, so you have to forgive me. This is all quite new to me. When I say I don't go live, now you can see why. So let's keep this up now. I've got a chat stream up here now. I would like people to try and join, but I'm talking about letting go. This is a chance for all of you guys who have been on a journey of self-discovery to really sort of come to terms with the idea of what you need to achieve. What is it that you need to achieve? What is it that you're looking to do in your life? I would like to get some comments down below. I've got, oh look, I'm already getting comments. Good evening, sir. Well, good evening to you and hi to you. We got Sunith and we got Rashita. I hope I'm pronouncing those names correctly, but they're awesome names, so thank you. I'm just going to let everything build up a little bit. Okay, so what we're talking about today is the art of letting go. When I first started this journey, I started to really think that what I had to do was add something to myself. I had to really learn how to add and become more and affirm more and visualize more. I'm not doing enough. I mustn't be doing enough. And that is the problem that we tend to think. I'm not doing enough. But the thing is actually 99% of the time, it is because you are doing too much. You're trying too hard. Tell me in the comments, guys, are you hearing and seeing me okay? I've left monetization and everything off of this video because I'm wanting to make sure that we and just keep this without any ads. Can you just comment down below, guys, if you can hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Is everything okay? If one or two of you could comment, that would be awesome. Okay, so let's have a look. The current bit rate is lower than the stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate that we use to stream. Okay, it's much lower. You can hear me. Thank you. All right, so let's just get going. Okay, guys, let me start again because this is a new thing for me. Okay, it's quite a new start. to go live, and I will get better at it. Okay, but what I learned on my journey is we do not need to add anything to ourselves. Most of the time, what we think is that someone outside of us who's successful, or they've healed themselves, or they did this, they've done something more special than I could ever do. They're special. But the truth of the matter is that all of us are a literal fragment of the whole. There is no one outside of you that isn't part of that same divinity, that same divine energy that we're talking about here, okay? So when you see someone who is successful and you see them having success, you celebrate them because that person is you, in essence. That person is yourself. None of us are different. None of us are separate. So anyone who has success is a version of you in a different form when we look at it from the divinity. So what I started to realize is that if I am divine in nature then, in that way, okay, that means that all I need to do is let go of the parts of me that are disconnected from that. How do you do that though, guys? How do you let go of the parts of you that are disconnected from that? Well, you actually start to notice how you react to life. And why do I bring this up all the time? Because life is something that happens. It's always happening. Time is always moving forward in this three-dimensional reality. We then get an opportunity to experience that thing that's happening in front of us, and we get to decide how it makes us feel. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? Okay. So when we do that, okay, we then start to realize, right, okay, good, bad, or indifferent, I get to decide it. Nothing is inherently good, bad, or indifferent. Sorry, because this is so new to me, I'm just seeing the comments come up as well. Hey man, I love your content. I've manifested so much, like tons of money, homes, cars. I'm finding it hard to manifest security. I'll go strong for a few months and manifest, but then go back. How to avoid the backslides? Well, this is actually beautiful that you bring this up, because this is why I'm bringing this up about the letting go. You see, underneath all of this stuff, life is showing you everything, and underneath it all, you're perfect. You've got security. You've got everything you ever could want or need. It's right there in front of you. It's right there inside of you now. But we are so taken in by life's sort of happenings that we forget that strength. We forget who we are. So to get in flow forever is to literally come to the realization that everything you ever wanted and all the security you could ever ask for is provided for by that divine presence, God. It's the divine presence within you. When you start to realize that your only security you ever have in life is God, or the divine presence, however you want to call it, then you start to realize very simply and very quickly that you do not need to worry about investments. You do not need to worry about what government is in power. You do not need to worry about what that person's saying about you, because the only thing that you need to do is align back to the truth. That divine peace and harmony light my way. I'm divinely guided, divinely safe, divinely protected. That's all we can do. I'm divinely guided, divinely safe, divinely protected. All you have to do is then say, any part of my life that makes me feel like that. So, for example, when you manifested all that money and then you feel like you've lost it and you've gone backwards, you then watch it again. You observe that feeling on the body. Realize my body is a great gift of mine. It's showing me how I feel. It's showing me what I feel inside. And I just observe that. Breathe, relax, and just watch it. I don't need to understand the energy. I don't need to make it do anything. I just let my body do what it does best, and it will let it go. From there, you are in perfect alignment to security and safety and all of these things. So you claim it then from that state of peace. And God listens to that energy. Doesn't listen inherently to your voice or what you're saying, it listens to the energy in which it's broadcast on, which is the language of God, is peace, is serenity, is certainty. You know, that's what I really believe. So I go to that peace, clarity and ease, and it allows me to focus on things. So I've been able to grow my coaching business to this level and work with beautiful people like yourselves on these lives because of listening to that. Okay. Just going back to a few other questions here. And guys, please put all your questions down. This is meant to be a question and answer, not just me, blabbering on or anything. So just any questions you have, put them down. Sir, I must say that your content is quite profound and life-changing. I've been practicing your releasing the inner resistance by sheer awareness and observation. Thank you. Well, Sunif, thank you so much. I'm so pleased it's helped you. AK-47 sounds like you're a little bit of, you could be a bit of trouble, AK-47, naming yourself after a rifle and all that. I'm only playing. Anything about subliminal audios? I think they are very interesting. You have to understand that, yes, we're always trying to access the subconscious mind through subliminal messaging, really. But what I've noticed is that you can become the person who lays the message in, and sleep subliminal audios are great. You know, they have their place. But for me, I think you can listen to a subliminal audio all night and then react all day. The winner is going to be the reactions. You know, the winner is going to be the reactions to life. So my point really genuinely is do your day-to-day work. Do your day-to-day showing up, okay? Show up, observe, relax, release, re-intend. I've been suffering through anxiety, comparison, and I just gave a competitive exam for a college I really want to get into, and I'm extremely anxious about it. I can't think, I can't do anything. Let's listen to that, Rashida. Thank you for that question. Think about this. What we've done is we've shown up. That's all we can do in life. You've shown up. Now we're in the waiting game. Okay? So what the waiting game is simply this then. It's like now we need to get into the energy of the wish fulfilled. And I always tell people think they've got to add something to themselves. Okay? They've got to add something. They've got to increase something. They've got to kind of feel the feelings of the wish fulfilled. If you were in that college and it had been 6 months that you were in that college, you'd just be showing up to college. It would be your life, wouldn't it? It would be effortless. It would be easy. So my suggestion for you, Rashida, is just to go to that sensation. Where is it on your body? Sit back and ask yourself, who is it inside me that even noticed this feeling? And start to breathe from there. Watch it. Breathe, relax, release, let your shoulders drop. As you breathe in and breathe out, you just watch this energy. Once it starts to release, you're going to find peace. From there, you say, God is a true source of my supply, guiding me to constant advancement. I'm in my true place, doing what I love, in the college that I love, learning all the things I need to become the best version of myself. I'm happy, I'm safe. Do it. Keep up the lives. Thank you, Epop. I'll try. I think I'll get better after this, you know. I'm an artist and I have quite a few small wins, but not enough to be full-time and thrive just from my art. How would you go about allowing me to support myself in this way? Well, when I transitioned from performing to coaching, you know, it can have pain inherently. You know, there's some pain. So I would say keep up your job for now. But what I would do is I would claim lovingly and always notice when I'm out of resistance. But I claimed lovingly with my coaching business. It was, I'm fully booked with well-paying clients who get amazing results. Everyone who works with me is inspired and they change and they manifest their dreams. I'm constantly advancing spiritually, mentally, financially in that way. So if I was you, career, I would just say, okay, I'm a thriving artist. My art goes out into the world and I give it lovingly. Everyone loves and respects my art and they put it on their walls with pride. They pay a wonderful price and it provides me with a wonderful living. Everyone who gets my art is inspired from on high and it makes them their hearts fill with love and light. That's what I would do. Okay. RET, hello back to you. Do you have any morning routine or any kind of routine that you do to become more aware? Yeah, I make awareness my life. That's the truth. When I get up in the morning, I'll go to the mirror sometimes. I don't live in a routine now because my routine is my lifestyle. But if I was coming to you, I'd say go into the mirror, speak to yourself in that mirror. I love you. I forgive you. You deserve the best. Notice resistance. Breathe with it. Let it go. Okay? And then go out into the world. Notice your reactions. Observe those reactions. Find peace. Find ease. And then claim lovingly again what you want. When you go to bed, you let go of any resistance or pain that you felt from the day before and claim today was a good day full of joy, peace and success. Tomorrow is even better because I'm constantly growing and advancing. That's what I would do. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose there. Good morning to you, man Jason. Terry Howman, any guidance on depression? This is a great question, okay? Depression is when the emotions in the body have become so intense that we've actually shut them off. We shut them down to kind of give ourselves a sense of peace. The body just cannot handle it anymore. So when it comes to depression, it is that we have to firstly say to ourselves, I'm willing to face whatever it is that is making this happen. The next thing we have to do is we have to start to evoke some of that stuck, push down energy up. I do this with clients using mirror work. So I would start to talk to yourself in the mirror and notice that. All your reactions. When you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself? Do you find yourself disgusting, beautiful, indifferent? Notice those reactions. It will start to make you feel something. Then sit with those feelings, okay? Observe them, let them release. They're going to release. You're going to create space within your body. Then you claim that the love and peace of God flows through my heart, mind and soul. I let go of all depression. I let go of the past. I forgive everyone who's ever harmed me. I forgive anyone who could ever harm me again. I am now safe. I am now free. Depression will alleviate from these places, okay? Okay, so let's have a look. I'm getting a few questions here. So, yeah, thank you, Pedro. I'm glad you liked my answer on depression there. So, any guy, right, sneaking in the game of life and how to play it. I'll have to have a look. I'm not sure what you mean by that, my friend. Give an example of resistance. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you the most simple example of resistance. I'll give you 2 examples. So, you are working on manifesting money, but every time you go to pay, you feel a fear that money's not gonna be there anymore to pay for what you need. Yeah. So what do? You start to go, okay, I'm going to observe. I'm going to feel that resistance. Where is it on the body? The resistance is your body telling you how you actually feel. That's what resistance is. It's your body telling you how you actually feel. So when you go to pay and you're scared to pay, you realize I am scared of money. So again, I won't go into massive detail, but you sit, release, breathe, relax. And then when you start to do it, you claim, I pay this with love, knowing that it will come back to me multiplied. I have more than enough. Or someone says to you, you look weird today, or something like this, you look very strange or very weird. And it makes you go, or your partner looks at you funny, or a friend doesn't message you back and you get the reaction. That's resistance, always. It's when you come out of peace. That's the idea of what resistance is. Complimenting other people authentically. What do you mean by that, Pedro? I'd like you to go into that. So yeah, some of these are great questions, guys. Some of these are great questions. Yeah, Thomas Harvey, there's a strange chirping, whistling in the background. Yeah, sorry about that. Where my office is, there's other offices and shops, and it was an alarm going off. Hey, I just let it pass through me like I'm trying to teach, but I can understand that would have been frustrating. But I didn't want it to stop our engagement, okay? Is anxiety resistance? And I have seen the most calm people achieve the greatest success. So it's like calmness is like being in peace that manifests. Yeah, you're 100% right. I had pure, unadulterated anxiety. Okay, I lived with anxiety for a long time, and it is resistance, because anything that is fear-based is resistance. Because what is God in nature but divine peace and harmony, divine love? Anyone who's ever had a mystical experience describes it as divine love. So the point being is that anxiety is resistance because it means that we believe in something greater than we believe in a God. You know, so I believed in my fears more than I believed in the divine presence within me, so it caused me anxiety. So my suggestion there for you guys is to find that anxiety on your body. You can let go of anxiety within 4 weeks. I've helped people to let go of a lifetime of anxiety within 4 weeks by becoming aware. Awareness is your God presence within you. That's what awareness is, okay? So scan down to that anxiety. Realize that anxiety is something that's on you, not that isn't you. It isn't you, it's something that's on you. And realize, who is it inside me that even noticed that I'm anxious? That's the true you, okay? And so when you do that, you'll realize, and you detach back from it, it's going to start, it's going to start releasing. And then you're going to find freedom. Then you're going to find peace. Okay, and then from there you'll find calmness, peace, serenity, and I call it mastering the emotions. It gives you clarity to focus on a solution. That's the beautiful thing of it. Now let's look at this. I was feeling depression the other day, and I remembered this from a video, and I started complimenting people in my body and feeling depression starting to move and transform into joy. Yeah, complimenting is a beautiful gift. And I'm going to suggest you all, if anyone compliments you, accept it. Accept it with love, because it shows that you're ready to accept gifts. You're ready to accept that joy. Now, if you're really desperate for your question to be seen, because I'm getting quite a few now, you can do a super chat, I believe, but don't worry about that, okay? If you can't, I'll try and answer everyone anyway, because I just want to help as many people as possible. But let's have a look at this. How do you manifest wealth fast in an emergency situation? Steve, that is a great question. And I'm going to tell you, every time I've needed wealth, the only thing I've ever done is to let go of the need of it. You see, the thing is no amount of, this is my true belief right now, no amount of intending with intense emotion is going to bring you your manifestation any faster than letting go and letting go of the need. Because what happens is what we tend to do with elevated emotions is we think we need to add power to our manifestation. But you do not add power to the omnipotent. You do not add power to God. It is, what has been, and whatever will be. It is here before you and here long after you. It is the true Alpha and the Omega, the giver and the gift. So to align to it is to find certainty. So what we must do is we find peace. So observe the fears and the peace will rise up, and then you claim there is a divine solution here. I told a story about a client of mine who had literally $1.7 million law case against them has been dropped. Okay? And that happened by finding peace and then claiming the truth of God, which is security, safety, and love. That's my point of view there, okay? How does that help you there, Steve? Let me know. Thanks. I've watched some of your videos 100 times, says Steve. Wow. Steve, that's very humbling to hear that my message has helped you so much. I have a health issue because of a scar in a tissue in my body. It was a pretty big obstacle in my life, and I fear I'll never be able to live normally. I can only hope for a miracle. Thank you for your work. Castle, I want to tell you something. When I was in a car crash a long time ago. I can't actually see myself. Let me move something just so I can see. I was in a car crash a long time ago. If you look at my hands, you can't really see a difference, can you? I had a very severe burn in that car crash. There's two things from it, okay? Two things from that car crash that I learned. One is that it's likely that there are multiple timelines, and one I probably died. And this one I got to live, and I jumped over to the one that I lived. So that was when I was like, I'm really going to go about my mission because I feel divinely protected and safe. I did have this burn, and everyone would say to me, that is going to scar for life. They said it to me, that will scar for life. And I thought to myself, how interesting. I just said, not for me though, not for me. And I started to listen to my body. I started to let go and find peace. And I just claimed divine healing. My hand is divinely healed. I added no power to it. I added no power to it, my friend. And then the healing came. You see, no scar tissue, nothing in your body is more powerful than the divine. So once you start to trust in it and build yourself in faith within that divine message and divine truth, you can heal anything. Now, if you look at my hands there, guys, you can see, you cannot tell which one had the scar. So there you go. That's what I hope that gives you some level of inspiration there, Castle. Steve, thank you for that donation. I mean, that's so kind of you. I really do appreciate that. Apparently, I can like it or love it. So I'm going to love it. Thank you. I've been doing well with affirmations lately, but I was told recently that they wouldn't work if I didn't sort out my depression first. Sarah, that is a great question. All right, guys, let's talk about this for a second. Yeah? Sarah just said, I'm not going to do anything unless I sort out depression first. I've always said, try and let go of fear and then affirm. But you have to remember, an affirmation is like planting a seed. They will work over time. To get faster, we want to let go of the fear. So you want to work on them coherently together. Here's my point, right? I've worked with millionaires. I've worked with people that have healed themselves. I've worked with this. They're not happy all the time. I'm not happy all the time, but I create and manifest anyway. What we want to build up is a simple first state of being, which is like I have just convinced my mind that my needs are met by God. So it doesn't matter whether I'm angry at my needs not being met. They eventually get met, even if I'm not the happiest. So I manifest even when I'm not that happy, because I've created a core belief system. That's what affirmations, visualization, and everything does. We want to create a core belief system. Okay? This is what I'm going to say. Okay? Create a core belief system inside of you. That's your biggest mission. So talk to yourself in the mirror. Do the letting go work. Claim those things. See, I claimed over time by letting go and then laying a new seed, then letting go of the other parts that were coming up, laying a new seed. You need to see it like compounding interest. You will create a new identity over time, and that will be what manifests you. Okay? That will be how you manifest. Does that make sense, Sarah? Okay? We got Thomas. I love the engagement, the people in this chat, and think you going live is really impactful. This feels really good to watch, especially in the morning my time. Well, Thomas, thank you so much. There was a reason for going live, because I really wanted to connect with a lot of you, because I did want to talk about something as well. Not only just to help you guys and answer questions, that's the main thing, okay? The main thing is to help you. But the other thing is I have this learning hub that I use that has all my online courses and meditations on there, and I use it with all of my one-to-one coaching clients. And they have kept telling me how profound and impactful it was. I've been laying a seed in my mind about potentially offering lifetime access to that for people, but I wanted to know if you would be interested in it first. So I won't go into loads of details or anything right now. I might do at the end of this stream, just break down, maybe share my screen a little bit and show you what's in there. But it's got all my things in there. If it's something you're interested in, leave a comment. And also make sure to sign up to my email list. Okay? Sign up to my email list, be the first to know. And if it does sound like something fun, I'd love to learn from you guys, because I just want to offer what people need. I've just been so inspired by the healings, the manifestations, and everything that's been going on in the community, as well as my clients. So there you go. That's one reason why I wanted to connect with you guys live. So let's go back to the comment section there, guys. Sarah, you're so welcome, by the way. I'm so glad that helped you. You keep laying those seeds. Remember, it's like you let go of a bit, then you lay a new idea. You let go of a bit, you lay a new idea. After a while, you've got a new foundation. You just sparked, and the idea I remember, when I have a client, the meeting doesn't go well when I don't state my intention before a call, a meeting, or a consultation. Well, Thomas, that's actually a really good thing. I help a lot of clients who are entrepreneurs and they have to sell. And I say to them, before you go in, you claim very lovingly and very peacefully, this meeting has a wonderful solution. Only good comes from this. One of the things I do, because I have clients reach out to me before I work with them, because I like to connect with people, make sure that I connect with them as well as they connect with me before we work together. And I just claim that only people work with me who are meant to. So I only want to connect with this. I only want to connect with this person. How can I help them? And if they're meant to work with me, they will. Okay? So that's where I'm at with it. And Epoch, thank you so much. Well, if you are interested in the Learning Hub, I am going to definitely sort that out. So make sure you're subscribed to my email list, because I'm only offering it to 100 people. Okay, so it's going to be 100 people. You get lifetime access to that, and a Discord where you get to message me and ask questions on there. Okay, so let's go into that. So just talking about that, let's just look at this. I'm trying to answer as many questions. Sorry. So essentially, I should detach from all external influences, not by ignoring problems, but by maintaining control over my emotional reactions. I mean, Double L Studio, do you just want to give all my teachings out in one brilliant comment? Yeah, basically it's like, okay, it caused a disturbance in me. Now my job is to let that disturbance go. Because anything that's causing a disturbance in me is just simply a resistance to life. I'm not allowing the divine to flow through me. So it's like the only part that I would say to you to add on to that is from there, claim your truth. Claim your truth from there, which is I'm divinely guided in all ways. I'm constantly advancing spiritually, mentally, and financially. My income is constantly increasing. The love in my life is constantly growing. The health in my body is constantly expanding. I am so wonderfully happy and safe. That's good. I'd love to access the Learning Hub. Well, I'm so glad you would. Do check that out. I recently claimed I'd find 6.7 acres of land to build a dream home. My wife wants to look at some land, and while looking, I asked how many acres it is, and she looked on the website and said 6.7. That was yesterday. Decide inside and out, and it will match. Well, Epoch, come on, let's go. Good for you, man. I'm going to check it out. Also, tell me, why is it Epoch Creative? Have you got tell me what you do. I'd love to hear about it. So, Sarah, do you plan on talking more about quitting alcohol? It's something I'm also working on at the moment. I feel I can't be my highest self and drink alcohol as well, but struggling to keep to it. The thing with alcohol is when I went on holiday, I had a couple of drinks because I said I will allow myself to on holidays. What the thing with alcohol I've noticed, though, is the trap. It's a trap. It brings you back in, and once you have one, it's that first drink is lovely, and then the rest are kind of meaningless. So I always say, what's the point in general? Okay, what is the point in general? So that's where I'm at with all of this. Okay, so if you can give up drinking, it's good. It's not essential, because where we need to be is just no resentment, no pet peeves, no hate for anyone. So it's just that, really. But I let go of drinking because it took away my energy, and it didn't allow me to fully align to my energies. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. What's going on, my friend? It's great to see you. So Jason is I won't go into detail because but Jason's a good man. If you don't know him, you should. Anyway, much love to you, Jason, and I'll speak to you in a moment. There's something I wanted to share with you later, so I'll speak to you soon, okay, Jason? This is my first live, so I've been building up to it today. And what you messaged me earlier, I'm going to get back to you, okay, bud? Anyway, so let's have a look at this. Steve Dawson. It's very easy to go to source and recognize that I'm God, but there's this belief of separation between spiritual and material. Can you give any tips for manifesting something in 3 days? I'm doing lots. Yeah, man. It's a interesting one about that. Firstly, I'm just seeing these comments. Listen, Jason's a a good guy. It's a pleasure to say kind words about you. One of my favourite people that I get to see regularly. And I won't share why, but he's a good guy that I see regularly. Anyway, the point being is if you need to manifest something in 3 days, it is about letting go of the attachment to the material. It is really tough to do that. And I get the challenge, but that's where it comes about mastering your energy. Okay? When you master your energy, and you realize that the fear that I have, you know, how do you know what can happen in 3 days, Steve? How do you know what's going to happen? So we plant this seed of fear in ourselves, and it just brings us out of so much balance, it makes us feel so out of ease, and it steals our joy from now. So all we really have, Steve, is the chance to let go and breathe. We've got to relax, we've got to release, and we've got to let go, my friend, okay? Because then there is no feeling towards what might happen because you're totally present. When you are totally present, you then can intend what you want. What I did, I'll give you an example. When I went to Dubai, before I left, I said, I want to manifest the amount I've just paid for the holiday before I leave. And that was a week. And what I tended to do was, after I made the intention, all I did was work on letting go of the need of it. That's it, okay? And once you let go of the need, that's when you're going to start to see it happen, okay? And just with Steve there, he just put a question above of the inner work, imagining meditating for 1 to 2 hours, just simply being. I've followed Rupert, so I don't know that guy, but that's interesting. I have to look at Rupert. For 3 years, divine guided meditation, spoke to him. Well, listen, Steve, that's the answer to my question I just said previously. If you need extra support, do reach out at rebornwithmichael.com, and I can see if I can help you in a more direct way. But we have to work on letting go of the need. I know it feels very important what you're doing, so it's hard to let go of the need. So the thing that I would say is make that the most important part of your routine, is to observe the building need, the pressure of that need, and breathe, relax, let it go. Okay? Breathe, relax, let it go. Shower of Inspiration says, hi, Mike. Oh, I know Shower of Inspiration. Go check out her YouTube channel. She's a very clever woman. Okay? So go check her out. Shout out to her. Okay. Catherine. She says, how do you deal with grief and loss of a loved one and fatigue? Do this video come on YouTube? Thank you for your work. Catherine, I think I recognised getting a message from you before. I don't know where, but this is something that's obviously really harming you and hurting you. I helped quite a few people heal from chronic fatigue, which I'm very proud to say. Chronic fatigue happens when we're in drive mode. We're too far in the future, wanting to control everything, and so we never get to rest. So it really, it takes a strain on the body. What I would say to you is grief and loss of a loved one is always difficult. You know, I will never, ever say to anyone that you need to, it's going to take a short time to let go of grief. Firstly, thank you, Thomas Harvey. Just seen that come up. But let's talk about grief because it's important. I'll come back to you, Thomas, okay? I appreciate you too. When you lose someone, you're going to feel pain. Okay? You're going to feel pain, and I'm not here to tell everyone that it doesn't, I don't want to say there's a solution that it can leave in a couple of days. Yeah, grief and loss is a challenging thing that you're going to have to ride through. But what I want you to know there, Catherine, is to feel the pain. A lot of people hold on to grief because they think if I let it go, it means I don't care. What I want you to know is that when you work on letting it go, it doesn't mean you don't care anymore. It just means you don't want to give up your life anymore because you've lost someone else. Sometimes people give up their own lives because of grief. I would suggest to work on letting it go as a sign of love for the person you lost, to say, I'm going to live a great life in your name. That's where I would go in the thing of grief. Does that make sense, guys? So for me, it's like A lot of people, even when they're trying to heal other people, when they're trying to heal and manifest for other people, they think what they do is they actually end up like, hitting the wall, because they see the person in need and they think, if I don't feel bad, it means I don't care. I'm saying it's not that you don't feel bad, it's that you don't hold on to feeling bad for them the whole time. Instead, you see them where they're meant to be, doing what they love, beautifully, infinitely blessed. Okay? Good. So let's go to Thomas Harvey, because he's very graciously sent a super chat. I'm so new to this stuff, guys. It's surreal. I start the morning off strong with certainty and good intention. I listen to you often in the morning. The challenges throughout the day or once work officially, I feel like that energy dissipates. Okay. I guess the question is, how do I hold on to that energy and keep it when being pulled in a dozen different directions? Well, Thomas, I work with people like yourself. It sounds to me like maybe you're in the entrepreneurial game. I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions. But what you need to realize is you set yourself up. Okay, good. For after that, your energy is going to, let's put it this way. After that, when you're high, you're going to start to normalize that high. That's why I say to people, you buy a Rolls Royce, for 2 weeks, it's like the best thing in the world. And then after that, it just becomes your car, doesn't it? Right? So it's like when you start to raise your vibration or you raise your state of being, after a while, living in that state of being becomes natural. Okay? When someone then pulls you out of it, or they bring you down, or they lower your vibe, as people like to say, instead of going, God, why can I not keep this? Go, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity for me to let go of part of myself that is still so bothered about what other people do or need from me. So my point would be this to you. It would be, okay, they've done that. It's pulled me out of there. What is the pattern? What is the pattern of what they're saying to me, and why does it pull me out? Okay, it's because I feel like they're taking from me. Well, there is no taking or loss in this world, Thomas. There's only exchange. So you can say, they need something and I have it, the solution. So you start to sit with that energy and you become the observer of it. You let it go. Okay? I would then claim from there, Thomas, lovingly, that I am divinely guided to give everyone the solution that they need, not what I think they need. There is no one more powerful than me. I'm divinely guided. When I say more powerful than me, I mean there is no one more powerful than me, because inside of me there is God. God is the true guiding force in my life, and he gives me perfect direction and serenity. I'm willing to let go. My day is as it should be. Divinely guided, full of peace, light and harmony. I always say divine peace and harmony light my way. That's one of the things I claim, Thomas. I hope that helps. A few other questions started popping up and distracted me for a little moment there, so I'm sorry if it wasn't as coherent as I would have liked. But if you do need extra support, Thomas, please reach out to me at rebornwithmichael.com. Okay. Manji, just write your question and I'll try to answer it in the time that we have, okay? So, Steve, I'd love your opinion on the difference between spiritual and material abundance. All is consciousness, and consciousness is all the awareness of wealth and the source and substance of wealth. God is the true source of my supply, and all my needs are met. It's the only source of your good. It funnels through clients or it funnels through your job, but God is the true source of your supply. That's all you need to know, Steve. So that's why go to the source, find peace within you and claim God is the true source of my supply, and that need will be met now. That need is met now and forever. Okay. Hi, Michael. How can one deal with issues that you thought you let go, but keep coming back? Hard to see an end to it, and it can feel discouraging. Joseph, I need to tell you something, man. This is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. I have been living in this state of surrender for a long time, and I still get caught out of balance. I still realize new things about myself. Do not be discouraged. Thank your wonderful body for showing you what the problem is, and just see it as another chance. Every day I'm letting go of more, and it's beautiful. And then my life then starts to go in much more pleasant ways, which means that there's less for me to notice that I need to let go, but then it will show me something again. And one thing that was interesting that come up to me the other day, and I can do a video on this if you're interested, is I realized the things that were happening, you know, that were making me frightened, like this police seeing me do something, or the tax man, or the da da da. It was all a reflection of the fear I had for getting in trouble with my mother. So it's like, oh, great, thank you for showing me that. That's what I need to let go of. So I need to work on more forgiveness, letting go. My mother was a great mother as well, but that's what I'm saying. I just realised that too, you see. So it's like, okay, now I'm willing to let that go. Now I'm willing to let that go. Right. And it teaches you. Good. So what are we doing here? So what this is Joseph. I've done that one. Manjeet, I've been in a relationship for the last 3 years and it's been tough. Turns out she is a fearful, avoidant kind, and I had to call it off a week ago as she said she had no feelings left in her anymore. Well, Manjeet, I'm very sorry. But there's this constant knowing side of me that this isn't over. I don't want to be in there anymore. Right, well, that's a very, very, very interesting question. What I would say there is you have to start to claim that which you want, and you have to start to realise your value. You know, all of us need to see a value in ourselves. I deserve love. I deserve unconditional love. So it's like, is that the action? If you go back there, are you taking the actions of someone who loves themselves? Now, it might feel painful to have walked away, but I would deal with letting go of the pain first before taking action. Sounds to me like you're going to take an action from fear, and that is my number one rule. We're not allowed to take action from fear. Thomas Harvey says he's going to reach out. I cannot wait to meet you, Thomas. I really would love to meet you and see how I can help. So look forward to that and speak to you soon. Okay. Hello from Texas. I had a phone call. So this is Marine. I had a phone call with my estranged daughter that I intended would go better than it did. How do I feel better about this today? Well, Neville Goddard talks about, now my mind has gone blank. Sorry, it's been a busy day of coaching too. You revise it. That's it. So you revise it in your mind. What I would do, Marine, is I would actually be intrigued by why my body's having this reaction. Okay. I would notice that reaction first. Okay. And I would start to say to myself, okay, thank you, body, for showing me what I really feel about what happened. And I would work on letting that go. Then I would claim me and my daughter have a wonderful, beautiful relationship full of peace, joy, and harmony. Every interaction we have goes wonderfully, and everyone is inspired from the interaction. Okay? Then I would start to imagine the phone call back as well. And I'd start to see it ending with playful love. I would create a clear vision in my mind of that loving phone call. And then I would wait and relax, and then I would wait until I feel at a certain level of peace, then I'd reach out and ask for another phone call. Okay? But obviously without knowing too much of the information, I don't want to go into too much detail, but that's what I would do. Okay, so Manjit, yeah, I'm at peace. I feel lighter and I'm not hurting. It's not hurting me anymore. Have seen a time when I was getting panic attacks if she didn't talk to me. Can you guide me on what I should do if she approaches? Well, the thing is obviously we have to see what happened. You use it as a chance for growth if she approaches you. Don't take action from that feeling that she creates when she does approach you. Use it as a chance to work on yourself. So I would say don't take any action from the reaction. Oh, here's a new saying. Don't take action from the reaction. Anyway, I'm going a bit mad here. Muhammad, love from London. Your channel played a part in my paradigm shift. Letting go of it all is the way forward and staying in the blissful state, living in the end. Yes, Muhammad from London. I'm an Essex boy, London boy, really. So thank you so much. Glad to be of an inspiration. Catherine, thank you. Do you believe there is life after death? Sorry, my grief is hard right now and don't know what to believe. Yes, 100%. Life after death is a certainty in my mind. Because the thing is, if you think about anything, if I rub this table, Catherine, it makes it hot. That energy I've put into the table isn't destroyed. It exchanges into heat energy. then that heat energy exchanges into kinetic energy. That kinetic energy exchanges into something. We live in a universe where energy is only ever exchanged. Look at our literal body is a ball of energy. So it exchanges into the next dimension. It exchanges into a new interpretation that we cannot quite observe now. But yes, life after death, I believe we go to pure bliss after death. Like they say, do not grieve for the dead, grieve for the living. For the dead are at bliss and the living are still on the journey. That can be painful. So do not worry. Okay. So, Fiona Downs, I have an online business. Oftentimes I lose the feeling of being when I create content. Advice. Fiona, I obviously have the same business and you're going to have ups and downs. What we need to do is come to the idea that God is the true source of our supply and all my needs are met now. It then funnels through wonderful, well-paying clients who get amazing results. Get amazing results working with me. Only people come to me who get wonderful results. That's how I would suggest it. Okay. And when it's my business is God's business. And he is the silent partner, constantly guiding and advancing me. My content is loved by many. It inspires so many. And then just don't be so taken in by whether it gets views or whether it gets this. You know, it's like my content gets a lot less views than other spiritual teachers, but it inspires so many people because I want to make content to help, not to get views. Do it to help people, Fiona. Do it to help people rather than to get views, and you will create a very well-sustained business. That's my opinion. Questions about claiming. When you say claim your truth, in my case, I want to improve my financial situation, but things seem to be rough. So how can I claim my truth if I don't truly believe in it? Okay. So, claiming the truth. This is a good one. That's why I say to you, and many great teachers will say, you cannot claim it and change your belief if you don't deal with the fear. What you have to do is you observe the fear and the resistance around finances. So when you go to pay, are you at fear? Yeah, do you find fear about paying for the next thing? Yes. Well, then great chance to let go of the part that is blocking your good. That's what I would say. And then if you want to then really change your beliefs, you've got to get into a very quiet, peaceful state. Okay? You've got to get into a very peaceful state where there is less resistance. Okay? So breathe, relax, release, re-intend. That's what I'm going to say. There's a lot of questions coming up, so I'm going to move on from that one because I've only got a short amount of time. Okay. In my learning hub, which I may be making available for 100 people, I have abundance courses and abundance challenges in there that have helped people to manifest such beautiful things. Jason has said to Catherine, who has her loss there, thanks, Jason. I told you he's a good guy. He recommends a book, After, by Bruce Grayson. So get that book, Catherine. So I would listen to this guy. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. So Angela, hi Michael. Is it okay to expect that specific outcome that we want will happen, or should we trust that the universe knows what's best for us? Yeah, I'm really interested in that one. I go general a lot rather than specific, but when I do go specific, I just work on letting go of the need of that thing that is specific, and then the specific thing seems to happen. Okay, that's where I would go on that one. Okay, Maja, I'm really desperate about getting help. My grandpa had heart surgery about a week ago. Everything was okay until today, and he's got into a medical coma. His state is really serious. How can I help? Maja, I just spoke about this earlier. The major thing that you need to do here is you need to get to a place where you let go of feeling bad for him. Observe the pain in your body and find a peace and serenity. Then you want to see him smiling at you, hugging you, you shaking hands with the doctor about the wonderful occurrence that just happened, that he is well. You could even see him in his home, but don't do it from a state of fear. You got to observe the fear, breathe, relax, release, let it go, then claim my grandpa is a child of the divine. Infinite intelligence knows exactly what to do. Every cell of his body is revitalized and renewed. He is helpful. He is healthy and well. All is well. Okay. Steve Dawson said, I'd love your opinion on a few videos of Rupert. I don't actually know the teachers, okay? I'm really sorry. Yeah, I will try and check them out. Is Rupert the guy who speaks about healing a lot? Yes. Let's look into that. Francis, I don't know them. I'm really sorry, so I couldn't have an opinion. I want to receive communication from an old friend who I haven't messaged in a couple of years. They aren't active on social media. I don't think I can get their number. Okay, how can I manifest communication with that friend? Well, Josephine, an interesting one there is to just get to the point where you get very relaxed and you start to imagine the phone call. But what I want you to do is go further than just the phone call. Start to imagine you meeting up. Right? You've met up several times. So we're 4 steps down the line from just the phone call. We're actually meeting up several times. There's a friendship. It feels normal again. It feels natural. Try and naturalize them being in your life again. So you go through those visions until they feel normal. Okay? So yeah. Madja, what I would do is just get very quiet, put on some lovely music, observe any resistance in your body, observe it, breathe, relax, let it go. And then just see your grandpa in that way. Okay? I don't have any guided meditations of my own. I have guided meditations, but I'm not sure if I'd recommend those ones. I have one called Remembering Your Future, which is available on my website. Go and check that one out. That one might help, but no worries if not. If not, do what I suggested. Karen, love this question and answer live. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, guys, what have you thought about the live today, guys? Would you like me to do more? I'd like to do more. I'd like to get more people involved in them, of course, as well. So, yeah, just let me know. If you have any last-minute questions, just chuck them down now or do them via Super Chat if you really need me to see them. But there's, honestly, like I said, there's no need to do that. Just write them down now because I'm going to go offline in about 2 minutes. Okay, guys? If you did find this helpful, do sign up to my mailing list because I'm about to potentially launch lifetime access to 100 people to my learning hub, which will have a Discord community with access to me, and you never pay a penny again after that. And it will be this sort of communication. Okay? All right. So, guys, any other questions? If not, thank you. I hope this helped. I hope this helped you to get to know me a bit better as well, because I really appreciate you guys. I love doing what I do. I love talking about this stuff. It's been a real beautiful journey of growth. And thank you so much, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to stay on here quietly for a few more minutes. And if you'd like me to do a live on anything in particular, do just let me know. But thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you all. Because there is a slight delay, I'm just going to wait quietly for another minute. Okay. I'm going to leave it there now, guys. And I appreciate you all. And I'll see you soon. Take care.